All right. So for all my friends on Facebook and LinkedIn that are watching this, as well as on my link YouTube channel, not to mention my students that are watching this live broadcast. Today's the end of the month. A few more hours. November is done. So you all still have plenty of time to jump on LinkedIn, jump on Facebook, make a couple of sales. So how would you feel if you knew in advance who the perfect prospects for your business are on LinkedIn and how to bring them into your business? How would you feel? Bruce Lee's quote, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Your one kick step to mastering every social network is my 4-step formula. Create a page, put yourself out there so everybody can see you. Connect with people you know or people you want to know. And then communicate with them. Talk to them. Learn who they are, learn what they're all about, and close the people after you've qualified them. There is no easier, faster way to build any kind of a business. It's so simple. Anyone can do it. Coming in December is my new private message scripts book for social media. I want to thank my coaching students who played a big role in releasing this, because jumping into their accounts and talking to their prospects, it enabled me to come up with these scripts. The scripts are now integrated with ChatGPT. We've got new strategies, newly released, revised strategies, and we've got new chat examples that end in sales, as well as new case studies that ended in sales. It all comes down to who you're talking to. We've been introducing for the last 3 weeks powerful recruiting strategies that only work until the end of the year. New Year's Eve, as a matter of fact. The holiday scripts will give you opportunities to engage people, to talk to people who you're connected to or you want to connect to. And when we do, we're going to be using GIFs, moving images. So whether it's Happy Father's Day, National Simplicity Day, Happy National Ice Cream Sandwich Day, Happy Senior Citizens Day, the number of unofficial holidays that are out there that give you an opportunity to talk to people is unbelievable. Well, we had Thanksgiving here in the United States last week. We have National Cookie Day coming up, I believe, in the next day or two. National Mutt Dog Day. And then we have Hanukkah in December, Christmas, Kwanzaa, New Year's Eve. Posting images that move. Another important part of the process. Our side hustle strategy and our project launch strategy all get you to start conversations with people. Folks, it's not what works in network marketing, it's what duplicates. Bring somebody into your business on Monday. By Wednesday, they're bringing in their friends. By Friday, they're bringing in their friends. Now, LinkedIn has made many new changes that are going to make it easier than ever before to connect with perfect prospects for your business and enroll them. But you have to turn them on. And so what I'm going to do first, we got let me pop over here. And I'm going to jump into some accounts. Sheila's got a couple of conversations that she's having with prospects, so we'll demonstrate the process. Caroline, if you have any, we'll take a look at yours too. Take a look at Paul. Now, Paul, it looks like you've got two profiles. Paul, did you know you had two?
Yes, Max, I did. I got banned in Q1 2022, so I opened up a new profile. And then recently, one of my business associates pointed out to me that this original profile it was active. And anyway, I've got two. I haven't done anything about it yet. Any recommendations?
Well, it depends. How many people are you connected to on the one we're looking at?
I've got more on this one than I do on the next one.
So if you got more on this one,
Yeah.
then
I actually like the idea of having two, simply because, as an insurance policy, if I get, terminated somehow, or if I somehow something happens, I've got a second profile to fall back on. Plus,
well, you have any idea why they?
yes. Well, no, I don't know. I don't know whether or not I was hacked by a competitor, which is possible,
Mhm.
or whether or not, more likely, I was reposting stuff from anti-vax doctors, big name people that I'm connected with on this profile,
Mhm.
Dr. McCullough, and these people that, that said this is a Corona coup, and the fascists just don't like that.
You know, like it or not, the people that run these social networks got to be careful here because I'm broadcasting on these social networks. But you can tell by looking at how LinkedIn has changed dramatically. Okay, they are almost 60% of the people on these things are under 35. You look at the demographics, you look at the language they're using now, it curls my hair. Curls my hair. My wife is very outspoken. She's been in Facebook jail more than she's been out of Facebook jail because she has an opinion on everything. And so the bottom line is, I don't think it's a good idea to have two profiles because you're splitting up your time. What I would suggest you do is look at the two, see which ones where you have the most connections. And then the way you have to do it is because you can't be in both accounts simultaneously when you're using the same search engine. So use Google Chrome to look at this one. Open up Firefox. You can do it on the same computer. Open up the other one so that they're side by side. Then go through and write a little note along with the link, and basically write to the people on one. Say, listen, I'm closing this profile down, and I don't want to lose contact with you. So please reach out to me on LinkedIn, and you can give them the link to do it. The other way you could do it would be from this account is you look them up on the other page, and this is probably the best way to do it, is to send them a connection request. And in the note, put down, this is going to be my primary page. I'm going to be canceling the other one at the end of the year, and I don't want to lose touch. So please, let's connect here. And then dump the other one. Primarily because you want to focus all your time, all your energy in one spot. And moving forward, one of the things that we're going to really devote a lot of time to in December and into next year is the importance of communicating with people on a regular basis. And you do that with posts. Posting builds relationships with people. And, you don't need to be spread out. So the idea that you need an insurance policy, just don't post that stuff. Don't, you're here. You could be on here for lots of different reasons. Okay. But if you're going to use LinkedIn to build a network, to grow a business, you have to really watch your P's and Q's. Things may change in the future, but right now, just like the internet is not user-friendly to network marketing, the internet is being run, or at least these social networks are being run by people that, let's just say, are a little slanted. Okay. So you can certainly keep the other one, but you only really want to work off one. Let me look here in the question box.
That's good advice. Thanks, Max.
Let's see here. Okay, so I can't wait for our coaching session at 5:30. Speak to us about what to focus on and what to do on LinkedIn in a very short period of time. We've all had to jump on for a quick 15, 20, or 30 minutes at a time. Priorities. Oh, that's all? Okay. Why not? I tell you what, I'm going to knock this out of the park for you, Caroline, during the time we have together. Cover all your concerns, so we won't even have to do that coaching session. Okay? So let me do this. First, let me scroll down. And here's somebody I don't know. Let's come up here. Okay, so Nate, you're here for the first time. Not sure how you got here, but welcome. Do you have a LinkedIn profile? Are you on LinkedIn? Let me unmute you for a minute. Sometimes people get on here.
Yes, I have a profile on LinkedIn.
Okay, well, welcome. Can you see it here?
I can see the, not yet, let's see. No, I don't see it there. Uh, hmm. But my link, I do have a LinkedIn profile.
Okay. Well, sometimes, let's see if we can narrow this down a little bit. What city or
Okay.
state are you in?
I'm in Los Angeles, California. There I am right there. Number 2.
Number 2.
No, right there. That's me. That's me.
The first one or the second one?
Second one.
Okay. I like that. I'm an awesome podcast guest.
Thank you.
I'm gonna send you a little connection request so we can be
Okay.
connected. And America Online.
Yeah, AOL. Huh.
Yeah. Brings back memories.
Oh, yeah.
Um, okay, so let me ask you. Okay, so you're a coach, and so who do you what kind of people do you work with? I mean, what any particular profession?
Not really, no profession.
Okay,
Um, Individuals and also businesses. That's about it.
okay. Um, have you done very much with people in the network marketing realm?
No, I have not.
Okay, because it looks to me like there's certain things that you teach that could certainly help them. Um, are you getting much business off of LinkedIn?
No, not at all. None.
Okay. We should probably talk because there are definitely some things. First and foremost, you have to understand that we come up here on LinkedIn and we do a search
Right.
for coaches. The people. You got 4,710,000 coaches. And so depending on who you want to work with, who you want to coach, what you want to do is you want to create your profile to appeal to that specific audience, to that specific market.
Okay.
that you're looking for. I'm sure, you're familiar with the term attraction marketing.
Yes, I am.
And this is kind of like reverse attraction marketing. I had someone back in 1996 tell me that they were going to buy a computer to meet people. I laughed at them. In fact, I suggested that they get some psychiatric help. I said, you don't meet people on the internet. I mean, give me a break. And then, because I met her at an upscale restaurant and bar in Palm Beach. So you meet people wherever you go. So she buys a computer, and then 2.5 weeks later, she gets me on the telephone and she says, I'm going over to someone's house tomorrow to give a presentation on our business. We were both involved in a network marketing company. Now, the German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer said, all great movements go through 3 stages. First, they're ridiculed, then they're violently opposed, and then they become self-evident. And I heard that to describe the network marketing business model. Well, I went through all 3 stages, because when she told me that she was going to buy a computer, I laughed at her. And then when she told me she was going over to somebody's house to show them her business, I was violently opposed. I said, what are you, crazy? You met somebody on the internet, you're going over to his house. What are you, nuts? We're going to find your body stuffed in the trunk of your car at the Fort Lauderdale airport. So I made her give me the guy's name, his address, his phone number. Appointment was at 11 o'clock. And I said, I want you to call me at 10 minutes after 11. If I don't hear from you by 11:15, to know that you're okay. SWAT is on the way. They'll be there by 11:30. Well, at about 5 minutes after 11, I get a phone call from Don Henderson, who he had gone to meet. Don had run the Andy Granatelli racing team for years. He lived next door up in Palm City to one of the wealthiest men in Florida. Great, sharp guy. In fact, I went up to Palm City to meet him the next day. And I was so impressed, I went out and bought a computer, because I figured if she could meet somebody like this, and by the way, he brought 18 of the sharpest people into our business. But back in those AOL days, and so I literally started training network marketers on how to use AOL to prospect and recruit for maybe 7 or 8 years. Then, they bought Time Warner, and the whole thing kind of unraveled. And the things that really attracted people to it, the ability to get on there and network and communicate with other people, kind of evaporated. And other social networks appeared. We had ICQ, we had MySpace, and then of course Facebook. And when Facebook came along, they literally snuffed out MySpace. And now we have LinkedIn that just hit the $1 billion mark. Right now, LinkedIn is being overwhelmed by people who are creating bogus profiles. It used to be a repository for resumes. That's changed. Now you have a whole wide arrangement of all kinds of people. So there's 2 ways to do it. You could create a profile, put yourself out there, wait for people to find you. And one of the things that's made me so popular in the social media world is I don't believe in passively waiting for people to find you. Every social network is like a party. Your profile dresses you up for the party. Once you're dressed, you can go out and you could pick out the people that clearly need what you're marketing and selling. Example, we could go up here on LinkedIn and we could do a search. Show me all the people that are in sales. So you got 54 million, 300,000 people. Right now, if you're selling a program on retention on, I really should go back to your profile and pull it back up. So let's come back here. So whatever it is you're marketing and selling, specialize in sales and retention. Okay. And so I would imagine, depending upon which audience, I mean, there's numerous. I mean, you could be selling something to insurance people. In fact, one of my students was hired by a couple of insurance companies to teach how to prospect on LinkedIn. But if you know specifically who you're looking for, then you could proactively go out and connect with these salespeople. Now, these are just salespeople. What you're probably going to be looking for, well, it would either be individual salespeople that want to improve, or possibly sales managers that want, or owners of companies that are looking for experts like you to improve sales, to improve training. So
Right.
there's multiple different ways to do it. And so we got to change up the profile a bit. You have to really dress it up, really give yourself credibility. And for all the time that you've been doing it, you have the material. You just need to put it out there. Then it's a matter of proactively reaching out to folks. You have any idea how many people you're connected to on LinkedIn?
Over 500.
Okay. You can be connected to up to 30,000 people. And you can build this up slowly. You could be adding 100 people a week to the list. And then once you make the connection part is easy. Then it's all about discovering what people need so that you can dress up to be the person that can help them. And just to give you an example, let me log out of my account. And I'm going to jump into Sheila's account. All right. Now, Sheila is a network marketer, and she is looking for entrepreneurial minded people to bring into her, to add her to a team. And so if we look at her profile, she's setting herself up as a home business coach, lifestyle transitioning mentor. And from this, she's reaching out to people, and she's, for all intents and purposes, a recruiter. So let me come over here. Okay, so here's Mallory. Mallory open to work. We got 140 million people on LinkedIn that are open to work, looking for a job. A driven, collaborative, self-motivated ex-teacher looking for a new career. Now, what do we know about teachers? Show me a school teacher that's been teaching for more than 10 years. They know all about network marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Profession in leadership, building connections, transitioning teacher. So she's got all the hot words that would make her incredibly successful in network marketing. Right? So now we come down here. And what does she do? Well, she was an insurance coordinator, and she doesn't give us a time frame for teaching Palm Beach County. But according to this, she's still working. So she's looking to transition out of teaching. Job hunting is tough. All right. So now it's all about conversation. So for one thing, great prospect. Phenomenal prospect. So you reached out to her in November, sent her a connection request. She wrote back. This puts her into the eager networker category. So we send her the second message. How long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working for? And she comes right back. I'm meeting some people, but no one I talk to more than once or twice. I've only been on it for a month and a half. All right. I'm transitioning from teaching to finding a new career. So I'm using it much more. And I'm hoping to find my new path. Now, Sheila, on a scale from 1 to 10, this woman's a 10.
Mm.
She has all of the skills. Let me unmute Sheila. Now, Sheila, you keep connecting with people like this. And there are no less than 250,000 people just like her. No less. All right. So when you run into somebody that doesn't look like this, talk to somebody else. Keep looking for people like her. All right. So you sent her, started the question. Let's start a conversation. You sent her, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Why do you want to transition out of teaching? Now, we all know why. Great question. I resigned from teaching because it was becoming the most stressful part of my life. I've only known teaching, so I don't know what the direction is. I resigned from teaching. We're using the Socratic method of selling, which is a natural progression of ask. Okay.
Okay.
So the natural question to ask, well, okay, you resigned from teaching. When? When? Okay. Work from home. I just got licensed for financial advising, but it's slow. I'm also training in January with a company that trains school teachers. I'm excited. Okay. And she likes your motivating quotes.
Mhm.
Now, you go look at her profile. There are no dates here. When? Why do we need to know when she retired, when she quit? Because if you know when she quit, that's when her income stopped. And she resigned. She wasn't fired. So she's not getting any unemployment. All right. Now, it's easy at this point in time. You know enough about her to really move the conversation quickly over to talking about network marketing, but there's a right way and there's a wrong way to do it. Now, the average network marketer that's on here is going to slam her right out of the gate.
Okay.
This may or not be for you, but would you like to know how you could be generating some income, blah, 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 blah. And using that approach, this may or may not be for you. You're setting yourself up. You know, there are roughly 75 coaches on LinkedIn that teach the go for no process. Okay, it's a numbers game. Go for no. Go for no.
Right. Gotcha.
And the problem with going for no is you're going for no. Why not go for yes? Because when you set yourself up to go for no, you're giving the person on the other end a reason to tell you no. Yeah, you're right. It's not for me.
Mm.
The only reason that you want to talk to people is when you know from deep in your heart, this is for her. Now, one way to bring it up would be, many of the school teachers that I work with on LinkedIn that burned out from teaching. She's not alone. Many of the teachers that burned out, that burned out from teaching have all launched new careers.
Hi, Max.
Yeah, hi. Great prospect.
Thank you. I did use the transition line in the message right before, but it's more towards the second paragraph. It's in my message right before this one. Second paragraph, yes.
Well, no. No, I don't see it. Okay. I mean, it comes with practice. Okay. But here, I resigned from teaching. This is the way you do it. Okay. This isn't rocket science. Look at the response that you get. Take it line by line. Now we ask open-ended questions. Open-ended questions start with the words who, what, when, where, how, and why. I resigned from teaching. When? Because it was becoming the most stressful part of my life. How? I was the kind of teacher who gave and took on all the other teachers' problems and tried to make it easy for everyone else, but it ended up, I burned out. Okay? So when did you resign? It's an important question. Then you know from the standpoint of urgency how quickly she's interested in getting into the business, getting into finding an income. Second, because it's the month of December, when she writes to start, if she jumps into your business, it's a legitimate investment in a business, so she could write off the whole thing. But, all right, so when did you resign? The natural transition line here would be, many of the school teachers that I work with on LinkedIn, that creates curiosity. What do you mean? What do you do with all these school teachers that are burned out? How do you work with them? I help them launch new careers. And so the obvious question before you get into the details of your business are going to be, what do you know about the network marketing business model? And I guarantee she not only knows about it, I guarantee she's been in a couple of companies. Guaranteed. You need to find that out before you start talking to her about what you do. Why? Because unfortunately, most people and most school teachers have a negative attitude about network marketing. And if they have a negative attitude about network marketing and you just introduce your business, we have a great example the other day where Debbie was talking to, and she still is talking to, a phenomenal candidate for her business. They've actually become great friends online. And right before the call, where they were going to talk about the business, I said, Debbie, we got to talk about it first before you get on the phone. So we brought up the company, and lo and behold, she comes back and says, oh, she says, I looked at that a couple of years ago, wasn't interested. In fact, somebody a couple of months ago tried to tell me about it again. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. Why isn't it her thing? Because her perception of what it is based on the old format. Make a list of your friends. Call your friends. Call your relatives. Chase people. You don't have to do that anymore thanks to social networks. It's thanks to LinkedIn. So you have to. So for her, I don't know what direction to go. Meeting new people may be the best thing for me. LinkedIn is new. Now, this is where you're going to be able to use that. Did you connect with her through Recruiter?
No.
Okay. Well, okay. So LinkedIn is new for her. And so you are, again, here is where you could pop in and say, my friends on LinkedIn all call me their LinkedIn guru. Because whenever they have questions on how to do things on LinkedIn or how to find things on LinkedIn, they come to me. Because I seem to answer them before LinkedIn does. So, hey, Mallory, you got any questions about, I'm new to LinkedIn. You got any questions you want to know how things are working? In fact, what you could do is look at Mallory's profile. All right. So you're connected to her and she's on your first level. You can see her. Well, for one thing, you forget about whether you can see the connections or not. That's not important. Let's go over to contact information. Well, she's got her birthday listed, which is a good thing. And she could conceivably clean up her URL. You might advise her about not publishing your mobile phone number because of the crazy people that are on there.
Oh.
She's verified her profile. But what she needs to do down here, Mallory, you need to put some dates in here. If you're looking for a job, if you're looking to a career, you're a teacher. What did you teach? Were you an English teacher? Were you a science teacher? What did you teach? How long did you teach? What else did you do? What else did you do? This is more than a resume. In our November boot camp, we gave everybody a little example of Chat GPT. And I ran one description of boot camp through Chat GPT, and I instructed it, write this as if Jerry Seinfeld was given the presentation. And he came up with your resume, your profile is like a lemonade stand in the Sahara Desert. Okay, you got what people want. You got what people are thirsty for. I don't remember the other part was even more hysterical. It was like a marquee on Wall Street, on Broadway. It's got a dazzle, and that's what your profile is supposed to do. It's supposed to attract people that you specifically want to be talking to. Okay, so but let's get back to the conversation. So what happened? Where this should go? As she says, thanks for the inspiration. All right. Now she's active right now.
Mhm.
So we're going to go over here. And we're going to send her a GIF, a moving image. Thanks for the inspiration. She really needs it. Appreciates it. So we're going to send her that. If you can dream it, you can do it. Coming out of teaching can be overwhelming because our job is like no other. All right. So with your experience, the teacher, this is the transition. Now, instead of there are many positions, okay, we're going to stop with right now. Many, in fact, many of the burned out teachers I work with have started new careers. Now, the question we want to ask first is, When did you resign? You always want to use their words. Why do we want to know when? So we have a sense of where her financial situation is. So if you have a $2,000 or $3,000 package that's going to cost to get into the business, you need to know what the financial situation is for that person. Now, when she comes back and tells you when she quit, you've already planted one little seed. Many of the teachers you work with, how do you work with them? What do you do? Or she may just come flat out back to you and say, well, what do you do? You've got that little paragraph where we tell people what you do. And, but the next significant question, see, once, when did you resign? Why do we need to know when she resigned? We need to find out how long have you been teaching. Let's see what it is.
Okay.
Maybe we can still get it in under the wire. No. So that's what we want to know. How long? Now she tells you, I've been teaching for 10 years or 15. I think she said it might have been in there. She knows something about network marketing, and there's an easy way to bring it up. Most of the school teachers that I work with that have been teaching for as long as you have all been involved with a network marketing opportunity to generate a side income. So what companies did you work with? Why do we want to know that? Because if she's had a bad experience, and there's a high probability that she has, we want to know what it is, what happened. Remember, when you're talking to someone about getting into business with you, you're thinking three things. You have to answer those three things. First thing they're thinking, does this work? Does this work? The second thing they're asking themselves is, can I really do this? And the third thing they're thinking is, are you going to help them? So if you can put in their mind the confidence, yes, you can do this. Yes, it works. Yes, it will be life-changing. And yes, this is a business of teamwork. We're building a team. You are on here, Sheila, because you are looking to construct a team. And you want to work with someone like Mallory. In fact, you want to find 2 or 3 Mallorys that are passionate about teaching, passionate about training. Explain to them the correct way that network marketing works today. No, you don't have to go after your family and friends. No, you don't have to chase your acquaintances. No, you don't have to go to people's homes. No, people don't have to go to your home. There is a whole new way of building a network marketing business. It's not that new. Okay, it's not that new. I mean, I've been teaching this for 26 years. What blows me away is how few people in network marketing, really know about this. And, when I first started to teach this, I was a supplier member for the Direct Sales Association. So my tapes and my books were actually built into the programs of network marketing companies. So everybody that got into a company, part of their welcome to the company, they had my training stuff. That was 6 years. And then I stopped and, started working with individual companies and leaders. And what I discovered is that 70% of the people in network marketing are orphans. The person that got them in the business is no longer in the business. Now, and that's why so many people, believe it or not, in network marketing could benefit from what Nate teaches. All right, because it's not just about bringing people into the business. It's about ensuring that the people that you bring into the business stay. It's about retention. It's about building a highly motivated team of people. And that's what you're in the process of doing. She would be incredible if everything that we read about her is true. How do we know? How do you judge people? Initially, you judge them by by what you see. And then you're going to judge people by what they do. What you see and what they say, and then what they do. And when you get really good at this, and we talked about this the other day, Sheila. I mean, think about where you are today versus where you were 5 months ago. What's the difference?
It's a big difference.
Right. Think of where you're going to be in another 5 months. You're going to own this, because what you're getting here is something that you're going to repeat over and over and over again. You're going to get to a point in time, and some of my students that are here are going to laugh, is you start looking at this and you go, remember, we take it line by line. But you're going to end up saying to yourself, what would Max say? Are you doing that yet?
Mm-hmm.
Sheila, are you doing that yet? You're asking yourself, what would Max say?
Oh, absolutely. I would actually be almost anticipating what the prospects are going to say.
Right.
Because I know what exactly to do.
Right. But you can't anticipate what the prospects are going to say, because you don't have any control over that. We could have a whole strategy of where we want to go, where we want to take this. We've got our own agenda, but you have to put that on the shelf, and you just have to focus on what they say. Okay. You'll end up, for example, I would really love to work from home. Well, we need to build that into the transition. Okay. I work with school teachers that want to work from home, launch new careers, working from home. The other question we would want to know before we get to that transition part would be, what do you like about teaching? You told me what you didn't like about teaching. Okay. Now she says here, it's only part-time and it's there's no consistent money. Well, if you're going to get into sales, you want to get into something that generates residual income. So you make the sale once and you keep getting paid. And so there are little buzzwords here coming out. And again, network marketing. And this is one of the things that you're all going to see in the new scripts book, is we have a whole new model. Let's call it a model. Network marketing. And it started, Debbie was talking to somebody that worked for Jenny Craig for years, weight loss. You got all these people that are losing their jobs. All right. All these people in real estate and be there in 10 minutes. Okay. So all the people in teaching that burn out from teaching are transitioning to network marketing. Network marketing, there is almost a natural evolution, a natural progression of school teachers, a natural progression of personal trainers, of nurses, that are all moving to network marketing. It's happening. And it's happening quietly, and you all are going to be the agents of change for all of this, because you all have a simple system that anybody can do, anybody can follow. There's no rejection. You're an educator. You want to take the high road when you're talking to somebody about network marketing. It's not so important that you sell them on your business as much as you become an ambassador to how network marketing can really work. When somebody says to you, I've never met anybody that's made any money in network marketing, your immediate response, almost like when Pavlov rang the bell and the dogs would salivate, even if there was no food around it, your natural response would be, you just need to meet some other people. What do you mean you've never met anybody that was successful in network marketing? Again, you need to meet some new people. I know plenty of people that have been successful. You all are going to know. You all right now should know people in your business that are incredibly successful. They did it the old-fashioned way, but now there's a whole new generation coming up. And unfortunately, if you're not on their team, you'll never know. Because why would they tell you? You're their competition. So by the same token, you're not going to run around and tell everybody that in your company what you're doing. You're going to train your people. Your people are going to be successful. People are going to look at you and they're going to go, what are you doing? They're going to be studying your actions on Facebook. They're going to be studying your actions on LinkedIn, trying to figure out what you're doing. They'll see your posts. They won't see your conversations. They'll have no idea what you're doing. It's all about being able, that's why I use that picture of the candy ball. Reaching into that bowl of candy and pulling out the green M&Ms, the people that you know in advance are looking for an opportunity. And it only takes 3 or 4 questions to know, is this somebody that I want to continue to talk to or not? If not, it's not a big deal. You've got millions of people to talk to. And so that's kind of where it is. If you haven't registered yet, let me put it in the chat. If I can find it. If you haven't registered, for those of you that are students, I'm going to put 3 links. You can register for the December boot camp. You could register for the twofer, which is the December and January boot camp. And I put in a promo code with discounts. Caroline, let me pop over here for just a second.
Hey.
Yeah, Caroline, I know we're supposed to have a coaching session from 5:30 to 6. I promise I'd take my wife out to dinner. Could we move that back maybe until 7 o'clock my time? Got too late?
Can I get back to you because
Yeah, no, I tell you what.
kids.
Okay, I understand. I tell you what.
Yeah, I got kids
Yeah,
over here.
let's do this. I will catch up to you either tomorrow morning. We'll get it all done. Promise.
Okay, yeah, let's catch up tomorrow.
Okay, let's do that.
Totally.
And I got carried away with that one example. Nate, if you could pop in the chat window your phone number, I'd love to give you a call.
Okay.
And but I tell you something. Aside from teaching network marketers, I work with people in insurance and coaches, because when you been doing what you've been doing for as long as you've been doing it. And you've got a real message that really, frankly, needs to get out. And there are so many people, anybody could be a coach. There's so many people that masquerade as coaches that pop on. There's even trainings on how to become a coach, how to create content. Nothing is sacred. Okay, nothing. Because what you could do is you could go in there, you could create the greatest profile in the world. Somebody can go over there and copy the whole thing.
Wow. Okay.
And
I sent you my phone number, so you can, I think you
yeah,
have it.
I got it now.
Okay. Thank you.
My number ends with 0000. And
Okay.
I'll try to give you a call tomorrow. I promised my wife we would spend some quality time.
No problem.
All
That's
righty.
fine. That's fine.
Anyway, I'm thrilled that you're here. I'm glad we were able to connect, and I'm looking
Thank
forward
you.
to learning more about you.
Right.
As far as the rest of you are concerned, for those of you that are students, you still got a couple of hours. Otherwise, let's wrap it up and let's focus on what we're going to do in December. December is going to be an incredible month for all of you. Until next time, best of luck.